Radical.
Welcome to part 2 of Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for October 25th through October 31st, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Arioka. Hardcore fanatics for a console that's marketed towards hyper-casual gamers. Go figure. Yeah, supposedly the Amigo is supposedly marketed to, casual gamers. Casual gamers and, families and the younger sector. So the weird thing is, it seems to be, if you're looking at the sales, if you're looking at who's excited about it, it seems to be hardcore gamers. Hardcore collectors, specifically. I mean, there's not a whole lot of an audience for the Intellivision Amigo, really, not in honesty. But the idea that a casual gamer, someone that really doesn't know a lot about games, would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that looks pretty fun. No, casuals are going to be playing on the phones mostly, and then a Switch, and then consoles, and then PC. There's different sections of gamers, but, the hyper casual market, no, it's phones. And ironically, phones can be used as controllers for the Amico. What happens when somebody gets their phone out and realizes, wait a second, this has the same games as my phone, so why do I even have this? Really, essentially. Bellstar. Cyberpunk 2077 was so overhyped, but even this game turned out to be a mess. You can't trust any game company. Never pre-order a game, or buy it at launch. Well, last thing is a really great bit of advice. One of the last games I pre-ordered. I really don't pre-order games, but one of the last games I pre-ordered was way back in 2013 with GTA 5. I'm serious. I don't pre-order games. I never do. I always wait till it comes out. I see what people are saying about it. Let other people be the guinea pigs. I'm not going to be that guy that pre-orders, because what happens if you can't get your, refund? And it's broken, buggy, I was really happy with GTA 5, on the 360 is where I got it first. I was really happy with it. And it worked fine. There was no bugs, no glitches. What a time in gaming. The Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. When games, for the most part, released, completely working and fine. But yeah, it's just getting to the point where you can't even trust Rockstar. And that's really sad to say. 9EG. I don't dance and jostle. Okay, so you don't dance and jostle. I suggest it. Okay, dancing, even different kinds of dancing. Like, I really don't dance that much. But, just relax sometimes. Jostling, I sometimes, honestly, 9EG, I like to turn up the heavy metal music, and I dance and I eat cupcakes. Some of you long-time subscribers, that's a little bit of an Easter egg for you. Real Benjamilian. That's a really interesting font, too, you use there, Real Benjamilian. Hey, at least this is a better deal than the crappy N64 emulation that's on the Nintendo Switch online expansion pass, laugh out loud. Well, no doubt. The Game & Watch, that is better. I would say that's a better $50 than what you're going to pay on Nintendo Online to play old NES ROMs. Specifically because it's like old NES and old Sega ROMs, which you could play for free on emulation. So, yeah, I was critical of the Game & Watch, not because I didn't think it was an item that should exist. A lot of people got me wrong on that. I just think it was grossly overpriced for what it was. If that thing was $19.99, for instance, I'm like, hey, that's a nice little item right there. But the fact that it was more than twice, I think personally, of what it should have been, that's my point of criticism. And that's why I think it wasn't a good buy. Yeah. And also, a lot of people associate birds with, flying free, being free. But there's a lot of different levels to sometimes the mini outros that I use. Not all the time, but sometimes I'm like just sitting back in my chair going, that was a great choice for a mini outro. Awakening Bear. Wow, that was a pretty good Peter. Thanks. It's not too bad. I'm working on it. I'll get there. Shut up, Meg. Hey, Lois. I could create my own soundbar. That's not bad. In fact, before I recorded this, I said, don't try to attempt the Peter. I'm getting better at it. It's a little more difficult than you would think, actually. Some of these voices I do are. Some of these voices are just kind of easy. I can do the bear pretty easy from was it the freaking the Cleveland Show? Mm-hmm. That's nasty. Some of the voices are kind of easy. Some of them are a little bit more difficult. Phallic Idol. Modern wrestling is everyone spamming their special moves. They do this because most can no longer tell a story. Telling a story is very important in wrestling, specifically the longer matches. And how do you tell a story? Well, the damage to, the body. I've seen matches where somebody gets, a power bomb and then another power bomb and then another power bomb, and they don't sell, the back kind of hurting, or, somebody's leg gets run into the side of a steel step, and then it only for maybe a minute, and they don't sell the fact that it's hurting a little bit. They just pop up. They do their special moves, and now it takes about, 5 or 6 F5s or whatever, maybe from Brock to put down Roman Reigns. I don't know. Maybe still like his finishers, even his finishers. They're no longer finishers. They're no longer special moves. That's what I'm saying. It's because the super kick used to be a special move. Now it's just spammed. How many super kicks is done in a match? Like within a minute span. It's no longer special. You have to get back to making these special moves special. Mr. Lone Wolf. 16 downvotes. Apparently somebody must not like you. And about Journey to Silius, it originally was supposed to be a Terminator game before something fell through. Yeah, very fascinating. Look it up. Journey to Silius. It was supposed to be a Terminator game. If you play the game, you realize, yeah, this kind of feels like Terminator. An interesting thing about my downvoter, the mass downvoter, is maybe they don't really quite understand, and I don't know what's going on. Like with me, I can see, for some reason, I can see downvotes on Dreamcast Guy's uploads, and I can, but it's probably just a fluke. Slowly, they'll probably even get rid of me being able to see the downvotes, but I think this person got excited when I said that, and they started mass downvoting the Dreamcast Guy upload. They did. And, it's just very kind of sad because even they're still sticking to that. Like, we can't see them. I mean, maybe I can, but most people can't see them anymore, but they're still doing it. It's like they're just, they have no life whatsoever. How sad is it if you're disliking an upload and no one can really see the dislikes except, the content creator? Like, what are you even doing that for? It's just so sad, really. Venom Hernandez. I'm not saying I'm jumping ship to PC. Not that I hate PC, but this is actually pro-consumer. But I'd say by after next year, every PlayStation exclusive will probably just maybe release simultaneously on the main console and PC. There's no way they announced this label for actually pushing this move, which is great for all, without pushing the move. Yeah, I don't think they announced it without doing something specifically special for PC. Now, whether that means releasing their new releases, the new Sony games on PC instantly, I don't know about that. But can we see a situation to where a game releases on the PlayStation 5 and then 6 months later comes to PC regularly? They obviously did this for a reason. And I don't think it's just to, put PlayStation 4 games on the PC. I don't know if it'll be like as broad as what Microsoft is doing, but yeah, I think people are in denial if they think it's just going to be like 5-6-year-old games they're putting on PC. They're definitely doing something with PC. AGT Comics brand. I thought this was gimmick. Yeah, I did too. Like the first time I clicked on a Jim Sterling upload after a long time, I thought, okay, well, he's playing a new character. It's actually kind of funny. And then I thought, okay, maybe he's trying to fool people. And then after a period of time, he'll come out and say, I gotcha, still a guy. But no, it's barely not a gimmick. Yeah. And there's nothing really like wrong with him putting on a wig and everything. I mean, it's a bit, it's Jim in a wig. I'm like, what do you want me to say? You want me to say he's pretty? Jim's a pretty boy. No, he's not a pretty boy. He needs to get a new makeup artist, is what I'm saying. Dumez. I've been watching Jim for many, many, many years, and no change as far as I can tell. He just has a lady wig now, and is all. Love Jim's channel. Yeah, for what it is, I mean, Jim's channel, you can't say he's he's not a decent content creator. I think anyone would basically say, he's a decent content creator when it comes to what he does, which is, criticizing the game companies. And he puts together a decent upload. A lot of people will come here and they'll say, you know what? I still like Jim's channel. I just don't like the fact that, he's wearing a brassiere now and he has, yeah. I would say it's a positive because those things were flopping all around. It's at least good that he has them in a brassiere. Whether or not, you want to be a lady or not, I think if you're a male that and they're huge, maybe Boogie and Review Tech, maybe they should consider maybe, wearing a brassiere, you know.